Welcome to Piggy's World. Okay, first thing I want to show you is animate. How we're going to animate a picture. Here we go. Look. Watch. Play. Watch. That is so weird to see my mother moving like that. Okay, let's go back. Upload. Oops. Now let me colorize a photo. Upload a photo from my photo library. Sheesh, the only black and white one I have is the one of my mother. Done. Okay, that one you can't use. Let's see. Let's try the enhance feature. Upload a photo. Photo library. We're going to enhance this slightly blurry photo. Nope, we're not. There are other softwares that you can use. There are other ones that you can use if you Google it or Bing it or whatever. But let me show you. Just going to take this picture. This picture is from 1924. This picture is my grandmother. Wait, 1929, sorry. And this is my grandmother. It says baby because she's pregnant. Or no, it says baby because she is the baby. That's my grandmother. So you take that, and that is what women wore in the 20s. And you go, okay. This is Mrs. Beaudry, and she's wearing a similar style of dress. So we know that's from the 20s. At the back of this, is probably from the same time period, I'm not sure. Now, the more difficult ones to pick out are these ones. Because, well, first of all, they're smaller. And secondly, any information was written on the black, on the old Okay, that says Josie. So this is Aunt Josie. When she was little, it should be around the turn of the century. Let me see. She was born. Let me check. She was born. Bookmarks. See. Go to tree. And I'm going to look up on Josephine. Not everybody can do this, but okay. She was born in 1901. So she was born at the turn of the century. And I'd say she's about 10 years old in this picture. So I'm going to say this picture is about 1911. Probably around the time my grandmother was born. And this is my great-great-grandmother Josephine down here. And this is the picture I was referring to, is right here. Here. So we know that was taken somewhere around 1911, 1912, that area. Like I said, if you're good at that, you can look at clothing and say, oh, I know when that was taken. Like this one here with the short tie. Turn of the century, maybe. This is Marguerite Barosian, age 12. That was later on. Now, I want to show you something. We kept some of the, oh my God. Wow. Okay, some of the black because it's written on. Now, can we see it? No, but I'm going to try with my magnifying glass. Where's my magnifying glass? Here it is. To see if I can bring it out at all. It says, oh my God, I think it's written in French. No. Okay, that's Rolando. Something, and, no, something. Oh, I'm not sure. This says Aunt Corinne, and this says Pepin, and up here says Uncle Alphonse, Ma, and Dad. Okay, except that these are not my great-grandparents. My great-grandmother was well taller than my great-grandfather. So I'm wondering if these were my great-grandmother's pictures. They were her parents. Could that be a picture? And interestingly, there is an Aunt Corinne here. And we know from the letters in the postcards, I've got to look these people up. From the letters in the postcards, that an Aunt Corinne was mentioned. So let's look at this one. Oh boy. Ida, Delia, and Josephine, and it's something about clothes, something, yeah, it's written in French. This says, okay, that's all the girls. Ida, Delia, and Josephine. Who is that Delia? Because Ida and Josephine are my great aunts. So who's that Delia? That must be. Is it their Aunt Delia? Anyway. So that's part of the problem, is trying to read the old handwriting. And I don't really have any hints for that except a magnifying glass with a light. This is Mrs. Arthur Billings. Mr. and Mrs. Arthur Billings. And this looks like this was taken at the farm. Yeah, this was taken at the family farm. That's one of the clues that you can get if you use a magnifying glass. Oops, wrong one. That one. This one down here, I believe, was Eggsy Art's wedding, if I'm not mistaken. We have a few pictures from that day. At Uncle Eggsy Art Lamaru's wedding. Yep. Who's that little boy? Okay. Who had a little boy when Eggsy Art and Jermaine got married? That looks like, oh my God. That looks like the little boy in the postcard from boarding school. Slightly younger, but it looks like him. I'm going to have to compare the two. This is why you go through pictures. Ida and Albert. Wow, were they young there? That looks like that was taken somewhere on a farm. This one, maybe. It would help if I read French. The sons of the family. Oh no, the sons of Uncle George. That old car. Wow. There are things that you can see in the background of pictures that can give you clues also. What a goof. That person's very tall. The person next to him, I think, is my grandmother. That might be my grandmother, my great-grandmother back in the day. I don't think so, though. But that's, I'm pretty sure that's my grandmother. Nat, Ruth, and their daughter on the farm. Well, somebody graduated, I think. That's what it looks like. I almost want to say that's my grandmother as a little girl. But that's how you do it. You basically, if you know, for instance, the approximate time period that your grandparent was born in, and you find a picture of your grandparent at a younger age, you can kind of, excuse me. Now, I have actually organized my pictures. This photo album is between 1900 and the 1930s. That's why I decided to use this one, even though it has the least pictures in it. I have more in a full photo album, but these are the men of the family. And you can tell that my great-grandfather's quite young there. Let's see what it says. Uncles: Ovila, Arthur, Dick, Jack, Bill, Dad, and family. Wait a minute. Frank. So, Uncle Phileas is in this picture. So let me... Okay, Ovila, Arthur, Dick, Jack. Uncle Judson is in this picture. Right there. That's Judson. Bill, Dad. I thought it said Phil. No, Bill. Who's Bill? Who's Uncle Bill? This is 1929, 4th of July. That's Ovila. Wow. And behind him is Arthur. And Jack is right there. Don't know who Bill is. He must be the old duffer. Dad, Frank. Wow. So there is a picture of Judson here, and I actually want to share that with my cousin. Because I didn't realize I had a picture of Judson. Yep. My appointment reminder. And I'm sure that they'll call me too. Okay. Because I did not realize I had a picture of Jack. I don't know how I missed that. It's very obvious. Boy, the two brothers don't look anything alike, do they? Ooh. Yes. I need to replace mine. I mean, the lavender, or even the pink will look good. Sorry, I got a message. Anyway, so that's what you can do. They also have apps and programs where you can determine it. Don't pay someone to determine it, because you can do it. It just takes time and a little effort. Okay, so my aunt was 11 years old when my grandmother was born. Amity, Love, David, Billy. 4th of July, 1924, and then there's a couple of kids way over there. So it looks like they're square dancing. I think that's Aunt Ruth, based on the hair. But yeah, I think I just found that kid in Family Pictures. Like I said, that's why you go back through, if you're fortunate enough to have these. Mr. Butler and Miss Henry. Who is that? Which Miss Hemingway is that? I don't have a clue. And I know it was blurry, but because she looks too old to be a miss, especially back then, you know. But I think she was playing around, playing dress up or something. Thomas and Lou. Okay, Thomas I think is Ennis. Now, why do we have this beautiful copy of a tintype of Josephine Caputi? Actually, it's a postcard. I have to look that name up. At one time, I was writing a list of names from pictures to look up. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Too much crap in there. This one. Okay. And this is another thing that you can do. What I'm doing here, which is write down names that you don't recognize. Make sure I spell it correctly. Capauti. Capauti. Okay. Corinne. I don't know who that is. Now this picture I do know, and that's another thing. If your family spoke a different language the names may be different than the names that you knew. For instance, my family spoke French. So this is my Aunt Barbara. It says Paula because that was her French name. And that is what she was called. So, oh, okay, that's the Ida Menard. Mother P. Hemingway. Familia. T.S.H. Browns. The Hartford. That's not Hartford Retreat. Okay. Does have anything written on the back of it out of curiosity? Yeah, it does, but oh no, it's a postcard. And it looks like some little kid scribbled on the back of it. And it wasn't this little kid. Because that was taped down. Okay, these are very interestingly, Josephine spelled Hemingway with 2 M's. Okay. Same picture. Little Jack that I took out. Where's Uncle Jack? Thought I took out a picture of Uncle Jack. That's the picture. Anyway. At okay, this one says at damsels. Okay, it's in French. The girls standing. Mother, Aunt Bertha, Angie. Yeah, it says Les Dames. Mrs. Charette, Josephine, and Marie Blanche. Trying to see which one. Okay, so that's pretty. No way. Aunt Bertha and Angie. It says Mother, Aunt Bertha, and Angie. And it says Mrs. Charette, Josephine, and Marie Blanche. So that's Mother? What the heck? It's not her mother. Okay then. Anyway. David and who? Team 28. This is David H. and Love Kennedy. Okay. So this David Hemingway is my cousin David's father. In Manchok. That's David Hemingway from Manchok. He's long since dead. Excuse me. Okay. These are reprints. Excuse me. Of very old pictures. Oh my goodness. Josephine and Nelson at the TSH grounds. Something State Hospital, because that's where they worked. What the heck is he holding? From what I understand. I wondered if some of these pictures weren't Josephine's. Some of the older ones. They weren't her mother's. If that makes sense. So yeah, I will try and find links to places that you can what was I going to say? I'm trying to think. I can't think of what I was going to say. Ouch. I am going to go through the pictures though. Excuse me. And get names down. To try to search for them. And I'll update you on that. Angie, Sarah, Bertha, Donelda. Delia. That's fine. Bertha is a relative, but at the moment it escapes me how she's a relative. God, my brain goes dead. Thank you for joining me. I hope that this helped you. You definitely need one of these if you have old pictures. And I would get them off the black paper very carefully. And if your family is like mine and they wrote on the black paper in black or blue ink, cut that part out too, because if you use this, you can somewhat see it. Excuse me. And if they happen to, Francis Reynolds. Anyway, if they happen to have written in a different language, yeah, Reynolds. That's so funny that I have a Reynolds in my family, but anyway. Now, some of these people are not going to be related. They're going to be friends. Just like I have in my photo album, pictures of friends. Because they were like family. We grew up together. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think she's related, but I'll look her up anyway. So, that's what you do. Like I said, if you run into what I have run into, three, I don't know, Roland, Nelson, and Rolando. Okay, so Nelson knew Roland and Rolando. That's so interesting. So they must have been cousins. So I'm going to say their name might have been Hemingway. Question mark. Okay. So that is this video. I didn't want to make it too long, and I already did. Oh! But I wanted you to get an idea how to work with your old pictures, you know? Excuse me. Mr. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me. And you never know, like I said, what things you can find in these pictures. What interesting stories and things like that that you can find. I have to look at this, see who's in this one. And there was a reason. Oh my God. I could have let the glue dry before we put them in here. That we put them on here is because they're so small. Okay, this is more Roland and Rolando. But thank you so much for joining me on Salisbury Beach. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. I am not sure what time. And I will keep you updated on this. I'm going to go get another one and continue to work away on it while I edit. I will, like I said, see you tomorrow. Please check out my links. My fetch code, all of it. Thank you for making my Temu affiliation possible. Bye guys. God bless you.